Next up, we have Bragadish Sureshkumar, CTO of Zopper. He leads the technology development at Zopper using modern technology. He has been around for 2 decades. Before joining Zopper, he was with large organizations like Intuit and Yatra in a very senior roles. He's also an active investor in startups. Over to you, Bragadish.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Good afternoon, everyone. So today I get the opportunity to talk about one of the product line from Zopper, especially Bancassurance. In Bancassurance, I will be briefly covering you today in terms of how we are driving efficiency for all the banking partners that we are working with, and in terms of what to look forward in terms of the innovation, new features that we keep planning to add in the upcoming years. So before I talk about the Bancassurance, I will quickly briefly cover about the Zopper, what we do and who we are, and and how Zopper DNA is propagated into the solutions that we offer to our partners. Zopper's vision is to actually democratize the distribution of insurance using technology, right? We collaborate with both our partners, the insurance partners, as well as what we call as the ecosystem partners. In this case, today we will talk about the banking partners and how the technology that we bring makes a difference in our partners' lives, right? Both on the insurer side as well as on the ecosystem partner side as well. And the end-to-end solutions that we offer, right, our modern tech stack, our DNA is agility. We want to make sure the insurance products are launched, the go-to-market is shortened, in terms of making sure that the customers are able to deliver the value addition to the customers in a very short period of time. So in terms of our philosophy, right, what we typically do is to make sure that this collaboration between the insurance partners and the ecosystem partners, it's not a straight out of the box solution like one size fit all, right? We actually customize the solution, tailor-made, in terms of, what the partner needs. Sometimes what we do is basically on the left-hand side, you will see all the manufacturers, the insurance companies that we partner with, right? Across all the products that, we have on our shelf to sell, right? On the right-hand side is the ecosystem partners, right? The ecosystem partners at the end, owns the end customer, right? They have, we have the financial ecosystem partners where the banks, NBFCs, MFIs, and the digital ecosystem partners, right? Who are, digital play partners who we, distribute insurance through. And lifestyle ecosystem as well in terms of, extended warranties that we actually sell through them in terms of the big brands, the customer, purchase the, consumer durables, etc. And then we, attach those products as well, right? And in between these two pillars is what Zopper plays in terms of, bringing the customized solution, right? These can be looked at, ready-made, sort of journeys that are available, what we call as the building blocks, right? This could be API stack, this could be, journey stack across all the various different channels, right? Either it could be DIY, do-it-yourself, the customer self-serve journeys, right? Or the assisted journeys as well, right? These are building blocks, white label to our partners. We kind of integrate deeply into our partner ecosystem, both at the insurance side as well as the ecosystem partner side, right? The technology bridge that we connect in terms of the building blocks that we bring in, kind of like, gives a very seamless experience to our customers. Specifically in the Bancassurance for banks, NBFCs, MFIs, right? I think we have built, the complete journey end to end, right? Across all the channels that, let's say, for example, a bank may have, right? Maybe be it internet banking, branch sales, mobile banking, or, contact center, like branch banking, etc., right? So across all of these, the journeys are built, right? I think if you look at, the digital onboarding journey, right? These work very seamlessly across all the products that the bank would want to sell to the customers, right? It could be the DIY journey. It could be embedded within another product journey. It could be auto-activated journey, right? All of that can be, completely digitized to our partners. And the solution also offers, a marketplace set of a situation, right? I think in a multi-tie-up model that the banks are in right now, the regulatory bringing in a fair competition, right, across, many insurance companies will, make partners with the banks. The digital solution that we offer as a marketplace sort of a view, it offers the best fit for the customer, right? The suitability engine, be the suitability engine that we run, predicts the right match for the customer based on the data that they fill in, right? It could, it could very well be these digital journeys the customer doing it on their own, or it could be the assisted journey. It could be a tablet, form factor. It could be a mobile form factor, right? These digital journeys are available for the customers across all of our banks. And in terms of the propensity modeling, gives you the ability for the banks to, kind of give the right fit product, find out what are all the likely products of the portfolio that they're selling, right? Could be, the one that the customer may be looking in for this. So these are recommendation engines that actually, generates those recommendations for the given customer, right? And in terms of the marketplace, I mentioned that, there is a quote, across from all the insurance partners that a particular bank work with, right? And, kind of gives you the comparative features across the different products that the customer would be willing, and then make the right choice for them to make sure that, the right product is selected for the customer. And, various reporting in the business reporting, branch-wise, zonal, region, and also, compliance related, I think you could have IRDA compliant reporting. There are various dashboards. So the product is a complete end-to-end solution for the banks. In terms of, what we typically deliver to banks is, what we call it is a mini, policy admin system for them, right? It powers the 360-degree view for a given bank, right? The bank may be working with n number of insurance partners. It gives you the 360-degree view across, across the customers, what are all the insurance policies that they hold, right? And in terms of, making sure the post-policy service is also enabled for the banks. In terms of, the claims flow, be it endorsements, right? Be it, I think, any of the post-sale service policy download or invoice downloads the customer may be doing, right? I think these drives a lot of efficiency because the customer is now empowered with technology. There is a digital journey that actually enables them, right, to view all about their insurance policies that they hold through the bank. So I'll quickly walk through in terms of some of the successes that we have seen, right, across different banking partners that we work with, be it the public bank or a private bank or a small finance bank, right? In terms of the initial challenges that we had, right? The existing view of the banks for the insurance was I think there were siloed systems. There was largely manual process. There is disjointed data available in various different systems. So the solution kind of brings all of this together, and therefore efficiency is driven. I'll quickly cover the efficiency in the next slide. But in terms of the value addition that we have seen, in terms of the numbers that we have seen, it made a difference in the bank's life, right? You could see that the increase in customer acquisition post implementation of our product, right? The time taken to basically convert them, the cost to onboard the customer significantly come down, right? Because it's all digital journey, and most of these policies are, self-serve, right? Either branch assisted model or, in terms of the customer doing the journey themselves as well, right? We can see that, one is the cost of customer acquisitions go down, the premium collection go high in terms of the number of policies that the banks will be able to, customer. The time taken for completing the journey, right, has been significantly reduced as well. So when we look at efficiency that we bring with our solutions to a banking channel, right? How are we measuring ourselves in terms of, what is the operational efficiency we are driving, right? What is the, in terms of cost efficiency, what are the, ROI of a bank, right? In terms of, implementing a digital solution such as this. And also channel efficiency, and the last is basically the regulatory framework, right? In terms of the solution covers most of these efficiencies are driven by enabling not just the digital journey. If you look at some of the operational side, right? Insurance being the large volume of data that gets transferred around on a daily basis or a weekly or a monthly basis, right? I think the deficiency kind of like comes down, right? And also make sure that whatever operational manually driven operational items that were done before, either it be KYC verification or some of the reports, some of the policy servicing claims as well, right? All of this can be driven using digital platforms that we offer. In terms of channel efficiency, I think this is a huge win for the banks in terms of the solution is a unified platform that actually can work across the channels that the bank has. Be it, as I said, internet banking, mobile banking, maybe branch sales, maybe contact center sales. There is a unified CRM through which all the leads can be driven and managed as well, right? So it kind of brings in all of this. Even I think the wealth management is one of the other channels that we are also integrating with some other banking partners as well. Various different channels, right? It's a one platform that kind of like gets the funnel in for all the insurance related things, and everything is completely digitized. And because it's a digital platform, the cost in terms of onboarding the customer significantly goes down as well. And regulatory frameworks in terms of audit readiness for the bank, right? I think it's one of the primary requirement for the banks in terms of making sure that at the time of the audit that all the data that they require for them to be able to satisfy those audit requirements is there. And also the regulatory the solution makes sure that the regulatory processes is followed to the T. In terms of what are we seeing that go forward, right? I think what we are looking at is like not just a cross-sell opportunity to sell an insurance product to a banking customer. It's a cross-value creation, right? I think we looking at insurance being embedded across various different activities that the customer or interactions that the customer would have at the bank, either opening a savings account or an FD account or activating an ATM credit card account, right? There is a time through which this embedded journey is enabled at the time of the need, right? Customer is performing that particular activity, right? Either booking a travel ticket, I think, or making sure that I think it is available at the time, attaching credit life loan product, as well, right? So all of these can be embedded within the existing journeys, right? The tailor-made solutions that we offer, we make sure that the journey is very seamless in terms of the transition for the customer. It actually the journey that the customer does is for the main activity, the parent product, and insurance is available for them at the time of a click of a button, right? What are some of the challenges that is confronting, in terms of our implementation? And these are some of the problem statements that we are addressing with our solution, right? Protection against mis-selling. I think people talked about, in the previous sessions about mis-selling as well. I think this digital platform ensures that regulatory frameworks and the rules and the guardrails are built into the journey, the customer's journey, and making sure that it's compliant, right, all the time. And in terms of the cost that the banks are incurring in making sure it's regulatory compliance. And without a digital platform, it's actually quite difficult. And I think this digital platform solves a big problem in terms of how they're making sure that the cost is drastically reduced as well, right? In terms of customer data and privacy, all our solutions are I think we go through a very rigorous and a drastic InfoSec requirements, and making sure that our implementation anyway are on bank's premises, right? Either in the private cloud or on their on-premise servers. The data stays within the bank, right? I think we also integrate with the bank's document management system or encryption algorithms that the banks may mandate, right? All of our solutions are tailor-made for them. So future forward, what are the key things that we think that I think will be happening in the next upcoming years, right? The hyper personalization, right? In terms of the advancement of the AI technology that we are seeing, right? identify the right set of insurance product for the customers, right? And highly customize it based on the customer behavior, right? The way they activate the bank account, the way they operate it, how many times they access the ATM network, etc., or what are the big purchases they're making with the credit card, right? Those data can be made available for us to make hyper personalized solutions, right? And can be distributed to to the customer through the banking channel. And open finance ecosystem is basically I think bringing together, right, not just one or two channels, but all the channels that the bank operates in, maybe the loan department, maybe the wealth management, right, across all, and make sure the system interoperable, right? As I mentioned, it's a unified platform that the bank that we give to a banking partner, and ensure that all the channels data is unified in one location. So, we think that the real win for us and the banking partners is, drive the insurance distribution based on the financial well-being of the customer, right? Identify the risk based on their, net worth, or, the way the behavior, financial behavior. The goal should be to drive, distribution of the insurance products through, the financial transactions that the customer do based on, what they do. And and tailor-made the solutions, so it protects the risks for the customer, right? Either from the cyber fraud or from any other fraud activity that can happen, right? In the bank account, and tailor-made the solutions as well, and make sure that financial well-being of the customer is protected through the solutions. I think this the last one is well said better. I think in terms of customer first mindset, I think digital platform is the way to go. And I think we see that the adoption of the new AI technology and all of that will bring to bear to give a very customer first experience, very seamless experience, where the customer has the delight to purchase the journey themselves. Insurance being a push product, we aspire to drive customer-centric approach in the solutions that we offer, and ensure the customers are well aware of what products they're buying in and why they're buying in and what risks they cover, and demystify some of the complexity that the insurance jargons would bring to them, right? I'll take any questions. If there is any questions, I'll be on the floor here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.